What's up, everybody? Welcome to another passive income Redbubble video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to upload more designs in a shorter period of time and kind of how I do it. So I have seen some videos and some different guides online, and most of it is pretty similar. I just add a little bit of a twist to it. So hopefully this video, guys, can help you out. So as you guys know, I like to create some designs in Canva. Actually, almost all designs in Canva. And Canva for me is one of the easiest softwares to use. Since I am not an artist, I don't have any kind of artistical touch. But what I like to do is I actually like to utilize Canva's features within it so I can make sure that I'm uploading faster. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to make sure all the designs are relatively the same size. Okay. Now there's a way that I do that. And in Canva, when you create like a design, you can just leave it there as a draft. I don't want to say as a draft, but essentially all your designs will be saved. But something that I like to do is when I create a design, I like to go over here to File, and I like to actually show margins. I click on Show Margins. And if you can see here, there's this little dotted line that goes across, okay? And it's like this square that's an internal square within Canva. And what I do is, depending on the type of design, you can see here this kind of design is outside the square, but depending on the type of design, sometimes I'll take the design and I'll put it inside the square. So for example, I have this here, this Sigma grind set design, and what I like to do is I like to put it inside the design. A good example of this is if you go to my shop here and you just scroll down, you guys could see here the first about the first 20 or 30 designs, these designs here with the phone cases that are the covers, all of them are relatively the same size using this exact method. So I show, once again, File, Show Margins, and essentially it will have this dotted line within it. And I'll use that margin to create the design. So I'll make sure that it sticks kind of inside of it. It doesn't go outside the line. And what I'll do is I'll have multiple different examples of this design, and I actually kind of done more of them here. And I actually created a mini course to show how to create these cool backgrounds for this kind of design. But basically I'll create one of these and I'll just duplicate it over. And once I have the right image that I want, let me go ahead and detach this from the background. I'll take it and I'll just make sure it fits right into the margin, so I'm not stepping out of any grounds here. Then what I'll do is I'll download them all, obviously in a transparent format, so that Canva, so that I can upload them to Redbubble. And I'll go over here to add new work and I'll copy my existing work. And I'll look for the piece that's similar. So in this case, this design is similar. So I'll go over here and select copy settings. And then all I do is literally just upload the design that's the exact same size. And it could be a completely different design. Now, what that does is it does two things. It, first of all, saves time because I don't have to resize for every single image. And the second thing that it does is it gives me more time to focus on the tagging. I already got the design aspect kind of covered, right? But it gives me more time to focus on the tagging, and it allows me to create multiple variations. As you guys know, I do like to create multiple variations to different products. And with the different products that have multiple variations, what I really like to do is I like to have different tags for or close to different tags for each of them. Of course, I don't do that every single time because sometimes a niche might be limited, but really when I do that, I'm expanding sometimes my horizons. And that's assuming that I don't need to dominate a specific niche. Now, there are certain instances where I will dominate a specific niche, and I'll use the same tags every time, and I'll make sure that those are the tags that I want to specifically rank for. But let's just take this design, okay? And by the way, guys, Autopilot Passive Income, if you guys want to learn how to create these cool backgrounds for not only text but images as well, I've showed that here in this mini course. I created it. It's $9.99. Learn how to blend photos mini course. $9.99. You guys here can see an example. Instead of having like this black bear, you can have any kind of colors, and you could do this with text. You could do this with anything. Really, when you export something from Canva as a image, you could do this with any kind of design. So you guys could see here a few examples of that. So if you're interested in that mini course, I'll leave the link in the description box down below. But like I said, I just speed things up by kind of following the margin. Now, like I said, I'm going back to the idea of focusing on the tags. Certain designs, I'll want to dominate a specific market. I'll want to dominate a specific tag, a specific niche. And in that case, I will use the same tags. And when I copy over the settings, just switch the design, and that's it. And it takes literally maybe 30 seconds, or even less, to upload a whole design to Redbubble. I know for some people, they're uploading them individually, and they're uploading new works every time. I don't necessarily recommend that. I think everybody should go into their own kind of workflow, and you should create your own kind of system. And for me, this is a system that works for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but it's relatively simple. Of course, if you're doing like these artistical, graphical figures, then it's a different story. Now, I don't always abide by the lines. I just use the line, the margin here, as kind of, like just kind of as a guideline. That's all I do. And so, for example, this design here, I'll go up here, the shut up and take my money design, right? You could see here that the design is clearly going out of bounds here, out of bounds in terms of the margin, but you could see it's also doing that for the second design. So all it really matters is repetition between designs for the same size, the same figure. And if they're the same figure, you can copy over the same settings for all of these designs. So if you're planning to create, let's say, 60 designs per day, you can create those 60 designs in probably less than an hour, and you can upload them also in less than an hour using this, and you kind of have more free time. But the goal is to create the 60 designs per day. I want everybody to be aware of that. In 2022, the new year is coming. I'm planning to create 60 designs per day with a total of 10 new stores. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it by the end of 2022, because once 2022 is over and I have my 21,000 designs that are fully uploaded, or 22,000 designs are fully uploaded, I'll be making over 40 grand in passive income just from Redbubble. And it will be fully passive. I won't have to upload another design. I won't have to worry about any of that. And just in case if something happens to one store, which I doubt that something will, because we're going to try to abide by the rules and everything, but just in case something happens to one store, like it gets shut down or, whatever the case may be, I could always just create a new one, and I have 9 others to rely on that are bringing in passive income. And so the only reason why I create multiple stores is just to create a more modular approach, right? If one unit shuts down, I have 9 other units. Same thing, there's a reason why people diversify when it comes to stocks or crypto, right? You don't want to have majority of your portfolio stake in one thing, because if that thing goes down, then the whole portfolio goes down. Well, I kind of look at it the same way with Redbubble or any other passive income method, right? Let's say you make money just from your day job. Well, what if you get fired from your day job, right? You should have some other sort of passive income that's bringing in something. It doesn't matter if it's $10 a week. Like, it's just, it's got to be something. So this is kind of a little guideline on that, and kind of like some plans for the future. But, I'm making these Redbubble videos because it's something that I'm focusing on now. And of course, guys, I'm using the tools to get better with Redbubble and get more sales. Something that I will say is I actually started using this Redbubble automator, the favorite automator, to actually favorite my own designs, which is helping me rank on the Redbubble algorithm a little bit better. And I've actually noticed some success with that. If you guys want me to make a video on that, I'm happy to do so. It's a relatively new tool. I think I've made only one video about it before, where I've spoken about how new it was, and I really wasn't sure what to expect. And it's a good tool. I've actually noticed I'm getting more likes per day just using the tool, or more favorites on a daily basis using the tool, and it's actually helping out my Redbubble success. So there's a lot of things going on with Redbubble behind the scenes that I'm not talking about, that I'm working on. For example, you guys know this Stoic store. I've created a few more stores since then. So there's a lot of things going on. I do plan on having this store at 130 designs before the month is over, or before the year's over, technically, because it's December. We have about 13 days left, but I'm actually probably going to get it to about 300 designs. And it's not going to take long, and maybe all of the designs, I would say about 3 to 4 hours of work to get to 300 designs. It's just, I've been busy with a whole bunch of different things, putting a whole bunch of different things together, and just working. And You guys know I'm still working on the blogs for the passive income, the e-commerce stores. I'm always shipping out orders. I'm always doing different things. So always doing a lot of work around passive income. And Redbubble is just one of those many methods that I actually think is pretty fun, relaxing. You could play some music, get a nice drink on the side. Maybe, I'm not an alcohol drinker, but maybe some of you guys like to wind down with some wine, some beer, whatever. Get some music going and, start designing. Spend an hour or two at night creating some designs and, uploading them the next day. Maybe, it's not a bad way to end the day, wind down from a long day of work maybe. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully this video, guys, helped you out. The real key here was just the margin approach. I think everybody already knows about the copy the existing work scenario here, but if you didn't, now you know. And basically what this does, like I said, is just so you don't have to kind of resize everything, and it just speeds up the process. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.